Hello students. Now from this video onwards we study the chapter 4th and the name of the chapter is Origin of Metazoa. Okay, so we starts with the different types of animals which are present in the kingdom Animalia. So we are familiar with the 5 different types of the kingdoms. Out of the 5 kingdoms, Animalia is one. If we just consider the subkingdoms, actually the kingdom Animalia is again divided namely into 2 different subkingdoms. For example, the first one, that is the Protozoa, and second, that is known as Metazoa. See, the Protozoa, these animals from the first group of kingdom Animalia, they are, we call them as microscopic unicellular animal. Okay, microscopic means we require the microscope to observe them, and all these animals are unicellular. Okay, if you consider there are 50,000 different species of the protozoas are present. Okay, so 50,000 different species are there, where the body which is covered by a limiting membrane. Okay, limiting membrane, permeable membrane, and that limiting membrane, the name itself indicates limiting membrane means what? The membrane which shows the limit to the growth of the organism. So we call it as the limiting membrane. So this limiting membrane which prevents the animal from growing beyond a certain size. As they are unicellular and they are microscopic, they are with limiting membrane. And that limiting membrane do not allow the animals to grow beyond a particular size. म्हणजे थोडक्यात आपण असं म्हणू शकतो की जसं एखादा समजा आपण क्लासरूम घेतला तर त्या क्लासरूमची एक कपॅसिटी असते, 50 स्टुडंट्स बसतील किंवा 100 बसतील. मग ती कपॅसिटी म्हणजे काय की त्या क्लासरूमला आपण काय केलेलं असतं, बाजूनी भिंत बांधलेली असते, बरोबर, 4 भिंती असतात. आणि ह्या भिंती म्हणजे काय की हा एवढाच स्पेस आहे, ह्याच स्पेसमध्ये स्टुडंट बसतील. मग ह्याचा अर्थ काय होतो की तसं इथे असतं की हे जे पण काही प्रोटोझोआ असतात त्यांची आउटरमोस्ट बॉर्डर असते ज्याला आपण म्हणतो लिमिटिंग मेम्ब्रेन. मग ती ही जी काही लिमिटिंग मेम्ब्रेन आहे त्याच्यापेक्षा जास्त त्या ॲनिमलची ग्रोथ किंवा साईज त्यांची वाढत नाही. सो दॅट इज नोन ॲज द लिमिटिंग मेम्ब्रेन. सो धिस लिमिटिंग मेम्ब्रेन विच प्रिव्हेंट्स the growth of that particular animal beyond the certain limit or beyond a certain size. Okay, now in case of the protozoa, the small acellular bodies are there and which performs the all vital functions. Okay, now this is the smaller single cell animal, suppose. Okay, now that single cell animal possesses different types of the organelles, or we also call them as the acellular bodies. Okay, they are not cell, and since we call them as the acellular bodies. Okay, so these acellular bodies, they perform the different types of the functions. For example, respiration, digestion, excretion, osmoregulation, reproduction. So these are the different types of the functions which indicate that this animal is living organism, means these acellular bodies which performs the vital function. म्हणजे थोडक्यात काय की जिवंत असण्याचे किंवा सजीव असण्याचे जे पण काही सगळे लक्षणं असतात ते लक्षणं परफॉर्म करण्यासाठी तर आपण ह्याला आपण म्हणतो व्हायटल फंक्शन. सो फॉर परफॉर्मिंग द डिफरंट टाइप्स ऑफ व्हायटल functions, the acellular bodies which are present inside the body of a single cell animal. And see, these protozoa, though they are unicellular, they perform each and every function like that of the multicellular animal. For example, respiration, digestion, osmoregulation, excretion, reproduction, growth, everything is there. Okay, so we called it as the living organism. But as it is unicellular, the acellular bodies which are present inside that particular cell, they perform all the vital function. Okay, now the colonial protozoans are there, which shows the multicellular structure, but actually we call them as the colonial protozoa. Okay, most of the protozoans, they prefer to live individually, म्हणजे एक जगणं ते prefer करतात. But there are many of the protozoans which lived in a colony. Colony means they lived in a group. Many 10, 20, 100 numbers of the protozoans, they fused or they come together and they make a colony. So we call them as the colonial protozoa. So when they form a colony, when we call them as a colonial protozoan, they shows the structure which is similar to that of the structure of multicellular organism. So we call it as a multicellular structure. And that multicellular structure which is produces due to the colony which is produced by the unicellular protozoans. Okay, so group of many individuals, either they attach to one another or they connected to each other by a specific type of the protoplasmic strand. And see, it is important that the colonies which are different from multicellular animal, they are not the multicellular animal. Okay, when we called it as a colony, it is not the multicellular organism. It is a colony, means many individual single cell protozoa, they fuse together like this way. Okay, so these are the single cell animals. Actually these animals, they fused together. Okay, and when they fuse together, when they come close together and when they form the colony, we said that this structure is similar to multicellular structure, but it is not the multicellular organism, because the cells, they are functionally independent of each other. Okay, so for performing the different types of function, okay, the cells, they are functionally independent of each other, means that single cell perform every type of the activity which we already discussed here, that a single cell which perform all the vital activities. So this single cell, this single cell, this single cell, you can take any single cell, but every single cell is able to perform the independent activity. Okay, and that's why it is not the multicellular animal. Okay, so this is about the protozoa. Now second type, which we called it as the metazoa. So here there are another group of the kingdom Animalia, we call that group as the metazoa. So here the animals which are multicellular, so multicellular animals, okay, they are from the metazoa. So multicellular means what? Many cells. Okay, many cells. So the multicellular organism means many cells fused together to produce that particular organism. So we called it as the multicellular animals, in which the size limitation is removed, and since we called them as the metazoan, their body cells, they are capable of performing all the essential vital activity, like the activities which are performed by the unicellular protozoans. Here the cells which are present in the body of the metazoans, they are also able or they are also capable of performing all the essential vital activities. But these cells are dependent on each other. Okay, these cells, though they are multicellular, but they are dependent on each other, and they are not similar because they are specialized one, and hence the body and structure of the animal shows the increased complexity. Now what is the meaning of all these discussion we are discussing here? When we start the point, what is metazoa or what are the metazoan animals? When we said that the cells are capable of performing all vital activity, but they are dependent on each other, means what? म्हणजे सेल आहे त्या vital activities दाखवतात, मग तरी त्या एकमेकांवर डिपेंडंट आहे असं का म्हटलं? See, if we take the example of human being is the animal and we call it as a multicellular organism. Human being म्हणजे आपण स्वतः, ओके, आपण सगळे काय आहे, मनुष्य प्राणी, आपण प्राणी म्हणतो, ओके. सो ह्युमन बीइंग इज द एक्झाम्पल ऑफ मल्टीसेल्युलर ऑर्गॅनिझम. इफ यू जस्ट कन्सिडर द different cells which are present in the body of the human being. See, we have the digestive system, we have the circulatory system, we have the nervous system, then the reproductive system. So many different types of systems are there. If you just consider the digestive system, why we call it as a digestive system? As it is play important role in the process of ingestion, digestion, assimilation, everything which is related with the digestion. Okay. Circulatory system means which is helpful, or the organs which are present in the circulatory system, they are helpful for circulating something, whether it is a food, whether it is the different types of the hormones, whether it is just the supply of oxygen and collection of CO2, whatever it is, but there is a circulation of that particular thing. Then the nervous system means what? See, the nervous system which is responsible for collecting the responses from the environment. ह्युमन बिंग, आपल्याला बघा आता थंडी चालू आहे, तर समजा थंडी वाजते, म्हणजेच काय की द चेंज द टेम्परेचर विच इज रेकग्नाइज्ड बाय आवर स्किन. इफ समबडी pinch off you, okay, at that time you just recognize that particular sensation, okay. So whatever it is, that sensation goes to your brain and your brain gives the order, and accordingly that specific organ shows the reflex action. So everything that is controlled by the nervous system. If you just consider this organs which are present in the digestive system, for example, in a simple way, we are just considering mouth, then esophagus, then liver, pancreas, intestine. So these are different types of organs. So the cells of liver, they are different from the cells of pancreas. The pancreatic cells, they are different from the intestinal cell. Means what? Though the system is same, but when the organ changes, the cell, the structure of the cell and function of the cell changes. So they perform a specific type of function. Intestinal cells, they are only responsible for absorbing the digested food material. ओके, जे काही इंटेस्टाईन आहे, लहान आतडं आपण जे आपण म्हणतो ना, ते काय करतात, फक्त ॲब्सॉर्प्शन करतात कसलं, डायजेस्टेड फूडचं. लिव्हर आहे, लिव्हर इज द डायजेस्टिव्ह ग्लँड विच इज हेल्पफुल फॉर प्रोसेस ऑफ डायजेशन. मीन्स द सेल्स दे सिक्रेट द डायजेस्टिव्ह एन्झाईम्स. म्हणजेच इथे ह्या सेल्स वेगळ्या आहेत, लिव्हरच्या सेल वेगळ्या, इंटेस्टाईनच्या वेगळ्या, पॅनक्रियासच्या वेगळ्या. मग असं जर प्रत्येक आपण ऑर्गन बघितलं तर ते स्पेशली त्यांचं काहीतरी फंक्शन असतं. म्हणजेच हे फंक्शन म्हणजे ह्याचा अर्थ काय की दो द सेल्स आर प्रेझेंट, द सेल्स आर डिपेंडंट ऑन इच अदर. कारण जर आपण लिव्हर सेल किंवा सर्क्युलेटरी सिस्टीममध्ये आपण घेतलं, हार्ट आहे, वेगवेगळ्या व्हेसल्स आहेत, ब्लड व्हेसल्स ज्याला आपण म्हणतो, ब्लड व्हेन म्हणतो, तर ह्या ब्लड व्हेसल, ब्लड व्हेन किंवा हार्टचे जे सेल्स आहेत, सो दोज सेल्स दे आर जस्ट परफॉर्मिंग द प्रोसेस ऑफ सर्क्युलेशन ओनली, सर्क्युलेशन ऑफ ब्लड, but they require energy and they get the energy or the absorb food from the digestive system. Means for getting the energy, the cells of the organs of the circulatory system totally dependent on the digestive system. म्हणजेच काय की हे सगळं काय आहे, इंटरलिंक्ड आहेत. बघा, डायजेस्टिव्ह सिस्टीमचे पार्ट, सर्क्युलेटरी सिस्टीमचे पार्ट, नर्वस सिस्टीम, रिप्रोडक्टिव्ह सिस्टीम, each and every organ or each and every type of cell which is dependent on the other. Okay, so there is a interlinking between each other, and since we are saying that these cells are dependent on each other and they are all not similar as they perform the specific type of the function. The function which is performed by intestine, which is not performed by any other organ. The function which is performed by brain in case of the nervous system, that brain perform function which is not performed by any other organ which is present in the body. Means what? The specific type of the function which is performed by that particular type of the cell only, and this is known as the cell specialization. and the cell specialization, which in turn is developed into the development of tissues. So specific type of the cells, they fuse together to produces the tissue. The same type of tissue they fuse together to produce the organ. Okay, and such a many organs they fuse together to produce a specific type of system. So here the complexity increases when the cell types increases. सो बघा एकाच टाईपच्या सेल नाही आहे, वेगवेगळ्या टाईपच्या सेल्स आहेत. मग अशा सिमिलर टाईपच्या सेल्स एकत्र येतात आणि त्याच्यापासून टिश्यू बनतो. अशा वेगवेगळे सेम टाईपचे टिश्यू एकत्र येतात, ऑर्गन बनतो, त्याच्यातनं सिस्टीम बनते. ओके, सो दिस इज नोन ॲज द सेल स्पेशलायझेशन. Okay, so here what happens, see, these similar cells, they arranged themselves or organized themselves either into sheets or into layer. लेयर तयार होते, एक शीट तयार होतं, म्हणजे पातळ पापुद्रा तयार होतो. ओके, अँड सिन्स वी आर सेइंग दॅट द सेल्स आर स्पेशलाइज्ड वन अँड दे कन्वर्ट इन टू द शीट्स और दे कन्वर्ट इन टू द लेयर्स. सो हियर द मेटाझोन्स आर अगेन ऑफ टू टाइप. सो द एनिमल्स we called them as the metazoans. So these metazoans are again of the two type. The first one that is known as the lower metazoans, and second type that is known as higher metazoans. Lower, which are with the very primitive structure or very basic structure, though they are multicellular, but they are showing a very basic structure. And higher metazone means what? They are highly modified one. As comparative to the lower one, these higher metazones are or the complexity again which is increases here in the higher metazoa. So the lower metazoa, they are complex, but they are less complex as compared with the higher metazoa. So now what is there in case of the lower metazoa and what are the higher metazoans? So we will study it in the next video. Now in this video we are just study the what are the protozoa and what are the metazoa. So the difference between the protozoa and metazoa we studied here in this video. In the next video we will study the lower metazoans and the higher metazoans. What is the difference in between them, how they are developed, and why we called or why we differentiate these metazoans into two, higher and lower. Okay, so we will just study it later on in the next video. Thank you.